Hey, this is Marcus watching MTC Media here at Cap One, Georgetown, UMBC tonight. The Hoyas look to break their two-game losing streak against the 5-2 Retrievers. UMBC, they're led in scoring by Jalakai King and DJ Armstrong Jr. Yes, there's a reason why there's a junior, and yes, you know who his father is. In UMBC's most notable games, which is two, they have the 6-point loss, 77-71 to Dayton, and then they have the blowout loss, 89-52 to George Washington. The Revolutionaries just dominated UMBC in the paint. For the Hoyas, they are still adjusting to life without Big Vince Iwuchukwu. His presence helped Georgetown on both sides of the floor. I don't know if people realize how much he helped beyond just points and rebounds. There's just other things that he really helped with on both sides of the floor. So the players and the staff are still adjusting. You know, how do you fill in that contribution? You know, the coaches will figure out how to do it. Then the players have to do it and adjust to it. So it's not always the seamless process that I think that a lot of people would like for it to be. There are guys who are ramping up to try to fill that role until Big Vince comes back. I asked Ed Cooley how he and his staff dealt with the Dayton Miami loss once they watched film, and what did they learn? And here's what he said. Hey, Coach, just once now that you've been able to watch the film, was there some things that you noticed in a good way, some things that you noticed that you work on? Just what did the film tell you?
Film told me like we're resilient. Yeah, we didn't get out to the start we wanted to in either game there. Yet we gave ourselves a chance to fight back. I saw a lot of fight in our group that is within the DNA of the team. For whatever reason, we didn't get out to the start we wanted, and it cost us. Hopefully we learned from it. And I look at this as it's a growth and development standpoint. We haven't arrived, we haven't proven anything. We've proven we can compete at the highest level, and we have a very small margin of error in order to be the championship level team we hope to become.
Georgetown got off to a slow start in both of those games. I'm going to watch that tonight as the Hoyas probably are peaking just a little bit at their trip to Chapel Hill coming up. The Tar Heels are coming off a 3-point road win at Rupp Arena. That's when you want to have whatever you feel like needs to be fixed with the slow starts. That's where you would want it to be fixed. But back to tonight. Tonight, the Hoyas should be able to dominate in the paint, whether it's Julius Halafanua or someone else. I mean, it doesn't always have to be him. It could be, for some reason, Caleb's in the post because he has a mismatch. It could be KJ, who can outmuscle a lot of guards in college basketball. It could be Jaden Ford. It could be so many people. So don't get just fixated on it has to be Julius. Collectively, Georgetown does have an advantage in the paint. So speaking of Jaden Ford, that's one of the things I'm looking at tonight. Ford has grown so much since I first saw him last year in his redshirt year. Every time he's come in here, no matter whether he's played 2 minutes or 12 minutes, it doesn't matter. What he has done is he has given this team a lot of energy. And as he learns, as he grows, as he progresses, that energy is going to turn into a lot of tangible contribution. And that's what he's working towards. And tonight is a good night to watch for that. Other guy I'm watching tonight, Jeremiah Williams. Jeremiah Williams is a veteran guard coming in here. You expect for him to show out in the biggest of games. He's a guy that should make an impact. Again, whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 25 minutes for him, with his veteran leadership, you're building up, you're gaining continuity. The guys are gaining trust with each other where he can be a powerful voice in the locker room along with his play out here on the floor. I expect for him to be a lot more aggressive, especially defensively, and that should lead to some offense. But I certainly want to see how he plays because I do think his minutes are going to be important when they get to North Carolina. What might have gotten lost in the loss to Miami was Caleb Williams' shooting day. It was the first time this season I really saw him in like a really, really good groove. And I know people are going to be like, well, they're empty calories or this or that. And I disagree. I think that he was at a point where he needed to have a game like this. And we need to understand that there could be a carryover effect in that game, not only tonight, not only Sunday, but going forward. Sometimes for a kid like that, having a game like that ends up being this big jump off point. So I'm hoping to see some continuity and some continuation of what he did in that game. And last but not least, for those who are worried about that there was a carryover from what happened in Florida, I can tell you with confidence that there wasn't, because Georgetown's practices were as live as they've been all season. You saw guys helping guys out there, enthusiasm, energy, like the whole kit and caboodle. It wasn't a woe is me. It wasn't guys sniping with each other, giving side eyes, looking off guys. And I've seen teams like that in college basketball. Trust me, I've seen plenty of teams like that in college basketball. But that's not what it was this week for practice for Georgetown. So for Georgetown fans, just to let you know, this team is as confident, supportive, and together as it's ever been. And last but not least, what they've talked about since that day is, guys, we have a lot of basketball to play. We haven't even gotten to the conference season, so there's a lot of basketball to play. So don't overreact to what happened here. Again, you've heard me say this for years, for 3 years. This is one of the best coaching staffs in the country with being able to execute what they want to do. And they've been able to do that. They've been able to build that, and this team should be fine. Again, Georgetown, UMBC tonight, 8 o'clock. Yes, I will admit I do hate those late tips, but 8 o'clock. This is Marcus Washington, MTC Media.